Testing. Yeah, you can. Okay, that's much better now. I really should remember to keep my face right over here. Kind of awkward when looking at the screen there. Anyway, give me a second. I'm going to share. I'm going to share this to a few of my groups, and then we will proceed. Not going to be much strategy to talk about here, except what is common to all. So let's hope for the best on this one. Anyway, give me a second. I also should probably turn down this electric fan since I already turned up the AC. Yeah, all of a sudden it got really hot this time. Oh, it's nice that it stopped raining. The typhoon has already passed, so we're not in danger of that anymore. Not everything's gonna be perfect, but we will accept whatever we get. Though I'm hoping that we get much better stuff here. Also interesting to see watch the delay between now. the delay between the now and the actual stream. But anyway, there we go. Shared with everyone, and hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be taking a look at mixed up Premier Draft. So this one, all the cards will be whatever is available in Arena. I am curious if this includes cards from that were made available only for Momir, but we're going to find out. We're gonna cash. Let's cash our 10k, and we got ourselves a reward. Sure, I think I already have that. I'm not so. I don't remember. Also having to. Also, I'm wondering why I have to log into this. Content isn't available right now, which makes sense because I'm supposed to switch accounts to this one. And yeah, I'm able to view comments properly now. Thank you very much. Though, yeah, that might take a while to find the draft table. I guess that let's be fair. Randomness is usually as random as limited is already. Not everyone wants something that is that random. Also, I forgot to check, but I'm pretty sure it did not say that it's we're paying 10k. It's not a phantom draft. We will get what we. So if I have to prioritize rares, I'm going to be looking out for ones from the remastered sets. Speaking of which, Counts of Tarkir coming soon. Looking forward to that. Blood Crypt, which I already have a full set of. Probably gonna pass that. I guess no actual okay, the only removal here is Wanderer's Intervention, not so great. I might just take. Now, honestly, taking Blood Crypt is not a bad idea. You take us, because all the cards are available. We are not so sure. It's possible that you could get into 5-color good stuff. I think I'm gonna start by going into white. Let's this is power 2 or less, so we're going white. Let's see if this pans out. Nothing so great on the other colors though. So we'll see how that goes. Whoever I'm passing to, you can take me for the Blood Crypt. Well, we got a Meeting of the Five. That is one. Now that is a reason to. Now that is a reason to go into 5-color. Maybe I can snag this one, though. Honestly speaking, we're not going to be casting anything out of this. You need to have cards with exactly 3 colors. So, Seven-Tail Mentor is a good pickup. General's Enforcer is also a very good pickup. So white-black is okay. Electrickery, solid removal. I guess we can go for that one. It's solid. It's a bit on the expensive side. Yeah, we want to prioritize good cheap creatures, so we're going to take the General's Enforcer here. So this is legendary humans you control, but that get indestructible. But otherwise it has a neat trick of exiling cards to generate soldier tokens. So we can go wide with this one. How wide? We'll find out. Let's see how wide we can go there. Now drafts like this are gonna take longer than usual. It's not like you've memorized every card, so there's going to be a lot of reading going on. Tablet of Completion, put an oil counter, activate has 2. This is the problem with this card. way too slow. So we're actually going to be passing on yet another rare. Hotshot Mechanic if we want something quick. Gluttonous Guest, though not that many sets with blood tokens. Hey, Philip Casson, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? I guess if I want to play it safe, I just take the Hotshot Mechanic. Oh, I could also take Howling Golem. I do get to control when the cards are drawn, so we go with this one, I guess. Okay, so Skeleton Archer, probably one of the better black cards here, so we'll probably take that. There's a Courier Bat. We need to have ways of gaining life, so we don't have that yet. There's a Golden Tail Disciple for lifelink. I probably do want to take Nahiri's Sacrifice. We actually shy on removal, and having something where we can sacrifice something to deal damage across any number of target creatures is quite good. Is it better than Skeleton Archer? Not that much. But I'm gonna speculate on this one at least. I did pass a few black-red lands, so we'll see if those come back. Honestly, Skeleton Archer is probably a better pick in a vacuum, but yeah, I probably should have just taken Skeleton Archer. That would have been very neat. So, but we're still looking out for ways to pump our creatures go wide, ways to generate tokens. That's also a plus. Lots of creature cards are nice. Boot Nipper is a pretty solid one for us. There's an Energy Refractor if we need, though pay 2 mana for 1 is not a very good rate. There's a Falaji Chain Dancer that would be nice. I think I'll just take Boot Nipper though. So this one's gonna take quite a while, but if we can keep our curve low and solid and dodge things like board wipes, we should be good. We should also be on the lookout for removal though. I'm not gonna keep the Nahiri Sacrifice up top. See if we can. Now that said, ideally you want to sacrifice something more expensive, so that's maybe why this is not really a great card. I'm starting to regret this now. I think I want the Skeleton Archer back. Forbidden Friendship. There's a Get the Point. We can take this one for removal. Testament Bearer is fine. Hazada Officer is a bit weak. Blade Banish is decent removal. I guess we can take that one. It's a bit on the I still find that expensive. Actually, I find Get the Point also very expensive too, so I think we just take the Blade Banish. Ooh, Stonebrain. Could use a copy of this one. Choose a card. No. Choose a card named and search. Well, unfortunately, we're playing best of 1, but considering we don't have anything else here, like there's a Rock Hunter, it's fine. Rakdos Rouseabout, I think I'll take the Stonebrain. Let's at least get ourselves 1 rare. Pay it back. Ralgrin Crystal does splash our red for us, so that is an option. It also gives us something to sacrifice to Nahiri's Sacrifice if we need to. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, I guess a 2/2 Vigilance is fine. We'll take the Crystal. So that was pick 8. We're probably not gonna get the Blood Crypt back, but we're gonna be on the lookout, see if we get any of the lands back. If they don't come back, then we should be picking them higher than normal. Something to keep in mind. There's a Noxious Grudion. That's something we can take. There's also a Memory Leak. Yeah, we'll take the Grudion here. We do have a Death Touch deck. It'll be awkward if I draw into if Finn becomes open. There is a Basilica Spellbomb, which probably is better than this. Yeah. Okay, we did get the land. It's a waterfront district though, but I'm still gonna take it. So lands do come back, but I feel like they're not coming. They're not coming back that early, or they're not coming back that late enough. So there is a good reason to pick them a little bit earlier. Like I don't expect a lot of them to wheel. Oh, oh, Skeleton Archer also wheeled. Okay, now I'm in a bit of a quandary. I'm gonna take the Scarred Barons. Mana is gonna be the most important thing here. Hungry Ritual for the site. Let's see. Let's just take the. I'm gonna read the comment. What rank am I in limited? I usually end in gold because I only draft once a week. I normally at the end of the month it ends up gold or platinum. This last month I ended in gold. Had a few disastrous had a few disastrous Lord of the Rings draft. I did 7x1 draft, but the others were like 1x 2x. Yeah, I tried to get into colors, but they get overdrafted. Kind of my fault actually sometimes. So taking a look, Blood for Bones, like Zandu Mammoths are rare. Village Messenger. This one's a bit of This is a bit of a classic aggro card back in Innistrad. I probably want to take a Spark Harvest to have actual removal. Otherwise, Inspector and Ghoul Caller's Accomplice are good cards as well. But I kind of need to take some actual removal first right now. We might not even run the Nahiri Sacrifice. But I'm gonna take the Spark Harvest for now. Always watching. Non-token creatures you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. Oh, this is solid. We are definitely taking this one. We said we are gonna be on the lookout for cards that go white. That is one of them. Shame that we're passing the Bloodletter, Planar Ally, but yeah, we're gonna be let's keep watching. So now we're gonna try. So now we're at the position that if we don't get any really good red cards, we can just drop the Crystal, drop Nahiri's Sacrifice. So that's pretty much what we're looking at. So we did get semi-rewarded here. Having more rares is generally better, but it really depends on the quality of the rares too. I'm also not that happy with we have a Blade Banish that's honestly kind of expensive, but Testament Bearer is actually kind of a nice combo with Nahiri's Sacrifice if it gets around to that. And again, remember that this is mix-up draft. Every card is on the tables. From Arenas on the table. Well, I think almost any card. There's a Guild Gate. There's an Angelic Purge. This one I want as removal. Goes alongside Spark Harvest. There's a Sorn, but we're not exactly making treasure tokens. Boros Guild Gate might come back. Mirror Shield is very annoying if it gets locked on, but we're gonna take the Angelic Purge. But now we want to be on the lookout for Generals and Enforcers are one way of generating tokens, but we need to have other ways of generating additional cards. Since we're kinda in the Sacrifice deck now. Actually, so we want to be on the lookout for token generators and whatnot. Gear Shift Ace. No vehicles. Oh, we're taking Priest of Ancient Lore. Barrier of Bones, kind of second place, but we're definitely taking Priest here. There's also a Spark Reaper, but we kind of have we kind of want more ways of getting actual card advantage. We're not exactly quite into Sacrifice yet, so something to keep in mind there. Yeah, right now we have the means to splash for blue and red, but we don't have the incentive to do either. Inevitable End, its removal, it's not great. Audacious Teeth is a lot of card advantage. I kind of want that one. Wanted Scoundrels, it's very aggro, but It's actually not so bad, but I think I might want, but but I think I want Audacious Thief more because we are gonna need to draw a lot of cards over time. I'm not taking Inevitable End because it's generally slow, and if our opponent also happens to be in tokens, they can sacrifice other stuff. Core Celebrant, gain 1 life. That's actually a good one. Bulwark Giant. If this could be a good late game card. So I'm actually torn between Celebrant and Bulwark Giant. There's also a Lyre which is very good at locking down creatures all the time. This could actually act as removal. 8/7. No, I think we want another creature. Yeah, we'll take the Core Celebrant for now. The Lyre's probably correct. Actually, if I think of it, let's start on the assumption that we're not gonna run these two. There's a Marauding Looter. If you attack this turn, you may draw. If you do, discard the cards. Neat. Pillar Bug. It's fine. Marauder's Axe might actually be okay. There's a Stonework Patch Beast, but we're not. I think we're kind of past that trade. I might rather have a Marauder's Axe here. It's a bit speculative. We'll see. Oh, Choked Estuary. We actually don't have any of these. And it's not like I want any of these other cards. Thaumaturgus Familiar. It's fine. But I have to be... But who knows? I might actually... Okay, so we did get Ghoulcaller's Apprentice back. We didn't get the Traven Inspector, which is fine. So Ghoulcaller's Apprentice gets in. We are kind of split even white and black, which is not a good deal. We want to... But we still have one more pack. The plan is basically we want to lean towards one color over another. I'm thinking that it might be white that we want to lean towards. I could use another copy of Groundskeeper to just fill it out, but I'm on the rare event that red might actually be open. But it's gonna be a splash color. Yeah, we're probably not gonna run any of these. There's a Leafkin Druid that would be good for someone. They'll be happy to have it. Alms of the Fane, that is an option. We'll take it, but probably don't want to run it. Like, if we're most likely gonna cast this at full cost. Hey, Barrier of Bones did come back. There's also a Field Creeper. We'll take the Bones. Cheap creatures are not a bad thing. Yeah, we might end up... I would like to splash a blue card if possible. Okay. Built to last, target creature gets +2/+2. That might be a decent combat trick. I definitely want it over Pterodon Knight. We also don't have the means to pitch. We also don't have the means to pitch cards, not reliably anyway. So come on, something nice. Heroic Intervention, which is a very good card, just not in our colors. Okay, so we're probably not gonna run Rise of Exodus, because if I am, I would rather just run Final Reward. There's a cheap Usher of the Fallen. This can help us get an aggro start. It's also a very good way to generate tokens early if we can get it down early. Alternately, there's a Sir Alan, the Lion's Claw. This one does go wide, so I am gonna be choosing between one of these two cards. I think we do have enough. I think we could use one top end card, so Sir Alan it is. Ooh, nice. Bone Crusher Giant. There's a Scarab Feast. Doesn't really do much. Lockwing Paladins, fine. I guess we could do some cycling, but honestly, I am not that interested. I'll just take the Bone Crusher Giant, give ourselves 20 gems. That's just 20 gems. Battle of Frost and Fire. If I want 20 gems, that's also the way to go. But there's another. We can have Riding Necromass as another top end. There's Anointed Chorister, which is meh. Haven of Enduring Hope is probably fine. Yeah, I think we take the Necromass here. Let's give ourselves some top end cards so that we're not completely reliant on just running the game out early. That said, I will take a Mesa Cavalier for the mid. Ooh, there's a spider spawning. This would be really nice. Actually, hold up. We pass, but if we do cast this, it's for long term. We don't actually have enough self mill. I think I do want to take it. Now that means I will have to take one of the dual lands that come back, and there's a chance that it doesn't come back. But then again, Mesa Cavalier is fine. It's not super great. Oh, Benelish Sleeper is a perfect fit for us. Repossessions, silver. It's better than Silver Coal Pledge Mage at least. There's also a Brackish Trudge. Activate only if you gain life this turn, so not that easy. We'll take the Benelish Sleeper. More removal is better. So we're kind of solid on our creatures. What I want is probably more mana fixing. If I can find ways to fix green mana, then we're solid. We can kind of splash for spider spawning. Got 14 creature cards, so that works. Heirloom Mirror. This is a way to reliably discard cards. It's just really slow. Tenured Inkcaster, it's fine. I might rather just have a Sun Sentinel, a Blade Brand. Icarus Shade is also not bad. Yeah, I'll take the Icarus Shade. So we are basically a 3 mana deck, so that's something we need to remember when deciding for our cards to keep. Marauder's Axe might get the axe depending on what other cards we get. Okay, Dinosaur Hunter. Failed Conversion. We're gonna probably want this one. It's still kind of removal. I probably want it over Campus Guide. Okay. Hobbling Zombie is quite good. Not as great as its Alchemy version, which is cheaper. Forever Young. It's we could take Forever Young. It's a way to churn back through all our cards. Though if I had to take one of these two, I'd probably just take the Hobbling Zombie. It generates 2 tokens by itself. So at this stage, we've pretty much seen all the cards that the game has to offer. We're probably gonna be sticking with white-black. I'm gonna start picking more black cards over white as it comes along. Also, we need to do a sanity check on our removal. Spark Harvest 1, Benelish Sleeper 2. I'm ignoring the creatures with potential Death Touch for now, but they do count as removal. I did say Usher's a good pick, but I kind of want to get out. I kind of want to limit my white. I'm gonna take Heroic Intervention just to say I had got another rare. But Usher would be fine. It is admittedly a bit awkward later. There's a Scarab Feast. Yeah, we can take that as a sideboard card. Though I might consider adding it. Like I could say cut the Skull Bomb, though that would be super weird. No, I guess not so much, because this one's 2 mana to draw a card. Scarab Feast would be just 1 mana to draw a card. Though the upside of Basilica Skull Bomb is probably better for our deck considering how low our creatures are. Invasion, Hypno Rivulet. Yeah, none of these are great. Let's just use this to fill out our deck. Our collection. So let's see. I stopped at okay. Spark Harvest, Benelish Sleeper. Angelic Purge. Blade Banish. Failed Conversion. So actually just about 5 pieces of removal. If we count our Death Touchers, that's Boot Nipper, Noxious Rudiant, so that's like 7. It's fine. It's not great though, so we have to keep that in mind. There's a That's our deck. We'll see if this one pans out. Hey, Tim Sopcat, thank you for liking the stream. Oh, Jericho Ilagan, also good evening to you too. How are you doing? Sorry for delayed greetings. Yeah, I could swear that yeah, you could kind of hear now, but maybe if I don't talk that much, I can hear incoming chat. Anyway, 8-9 is correct. We are run 8-9 is correct here. Oh wait, we can probably make this. No, I think I want to make this 7-8-10. Yeah, thank you for sharing the stream. Actually, yeah, 8-10. I think 8-10 is fine. We'll see. Also, let's see. Any last minute changes that I want to consider? Right now, no. We did take a few of these lands because they came around, but nothing came of potential splash. Yeah, I guess we're going with this. We'll see if this pans out. So this is gonna be our first draft of the month, first ever mix-up draft. We'll see if we survive. We'll see if we do well. Now, as usual, we want to get at least 4 wins because that kind of pays off our draft. Okay, this is definitely keepable. Turn 1 barrier, turn 3 audacious thief or noxious Grudion, depending on the situation. Yeah, we're keeping the Bendelish Sleeper. That also gives us an alternate removal shot. Opponent has a Rustvine Cultivator, which is not very ideal. We'll pass. If our opponent, it'll be awkward if our opponent plays another creature. Or maybe not, it depends. I can see our opponent just playing a land and tapping this on the hopes of ramping up. Then we just kind of ruined that hope for a bit. I would love to play Audacious Thief instead to start drawing more cards, but we definitely want to get rid of this one if possible. So that's my initial strat, but I think our opponent is Chamber Guardian. Now our opponent can just adapt this one really quickly, so that would be an awkward situation. Still have to go for it though. If any, our opponent will... It will tell us what our opponent has in hand. Now, more often than not, they're going to keep the Growth Chamber Guardian. It will become a 4/4. Though we can just play Grudion. We can just play Grudion to go on defensive duty, which is not so bad. Opponent is taking a lot of time thinking though. Actually, okay, there you go. I was gonna say our opponent's taking an obscene amount of time thinking. Are they really gonna sacrifice both? Okay, so they definitely are aiming for a drop. So that is an interesting decision to make. But yeah, they're going for the Axel, which makes sense in this case. Darfleet Interloper. Ooh, the Menace does make it. Let's see. Incriminate, that player sacrifices one of them. I'll swing first. Opponent probably does not block. 3/3 Menace is more valuable than the 3/1 I have now. And most likely I'm just going to play the Audacious Thief because I already missed the land drop. I want to start drawing into cards. Opponent deciding really hard if they want to... If it was me, I would not block. It's way too early in the game. Opponent is doing... When the opponent does this, it's usually a sign of desperation. In my case, it's true. It really is a sign of desperation. They might be scared I have a combat trick, which is very feasible given that you're not going to remember every card that shows up here. Yeah, I need... Now, let's see. If our opponent goes for Victimize, then I give up the Bendelish Sleeper. That's a given. Also kind of helps me. It's making Necromass slightly cheaper. Okay, this one is Sorcery Speed, so... Do I attack with this draw card and just give it up? Or do I play Core Celebrant, wait for them to place... I'm gonna play Core Celebrant first, wait for them to play something. Opponent most likely taps this down. Yeah, taps for an oil counter. They're gonna go for a 5 or 6 drop. And hopefully it's not too busted. No, I'm taking. Civic Gardener. Okay, not... There's a Militia Bugler we can go for. So I'm gonna attack first. Well, let's... I'm gonna attack first. I need to draw cards. There we go. Opponent trades that, that's fine. Okay. I'm actually okay with... They already have this much mana, so actually I don't think it's relevant anymore. I kind of want to wait it out first. Let's play Militia Bugler. So... Do we hit a power 2? Oh, we hit quite a lot of power 2. So... Gold Caller's Apprentice would be nice. I think I take the Priest though. Because that nets us another card. We really need as much card advantage now, considering that we've been delayed on mana for quite a bit. Meanwhile, our opponent kind of flooded. Yeah, I still want to take. I'm really not convinced that our... opponent goes Survivor's Bond. Replace the Growth Chamber Guardian. Okay, so that's their way of getting back in the game. Yeah, this time we're now more likely to trade Militia Bugler now. Though I could attack with Militia Bugler, see if they trade. They most likely trade with Civic Gardener though. And now if our opponent attacks with Interloper, we will just chump block it. Remember, our opponent can activate this, so we're gonna block this instead. If our opponent has a combat trick, I want to get it out of the way. Nope, no tricks. Opponent could have paid this one just to deal more damage. Add Fleet, destroy. Okay, not bad. So I can wait for our opponent to exile. So I probably want to just I just want to convert this first for now. So Surveil. We probably don't want the Axe. I do want the Always Watching though. I actually have a decent Death Touch deck now that I think of it. Opponent actually running a little bit of white. So makes it into a 4/4. Which means our Blade Banish is good if it becomes necessary. Pride Malkin puts a counter on target. This will have Trample, so do I just trade? I say no, we take. So slightly awkward that we're doing it in this sequence, but... We swing for 5 now. We probably we take 3 damage on the crackback. Next turn we probably just play Next turn we just play Grudion, Always Watching. Vigilance is going to be a big deal for our opponent. So it's +1/+1. I really could have used a do Dissenter like card. Opponent is on standby. Opponent might have a combat trick, but we're gonna swing anyway to find out. Yeah, sure, it's Death Touch. So we kind of want to draw. Oh, we actually should stop playing lands at this point too. Don't play a Hopping Zombie though. Opponent is now forced to block. They might have a no combat trick. Let's see, that heavily played sleeve. Yeah, I could not resist getting it. I figured I'll get it. I'll keep it until. Okay, opponent explores, hits a land. I know they don't really have a card, so Howling Golem. Angelic Purge. Oh yeah, we can just sacrifice any permanent. It doesn't have to be one of our creatures. And opponent concedes. Nice, got there. We actually had to be very patient in that situation. Though the card draw near the end really helped us out. So there we go. Pretty good first win. I'll take it. Yeah, really enjoy. Actually, giving it a shot. I'm most likely gonna change out my sleeves again when I hit the sleeves on the mastery track. But for now, it's fine. Yeah. I did notice that games don't go that fast, so I think so it's possible that what do you say this? The allure of mixed up draft might have come and gone already. I hope it lasts a bit longer. I kind of want to do this one again. Not with this hand though. This is an auto mull. We have nothing to play. This is a much better keep. We will. We'll give up the Core Celebrant. Because card draw is going to be very important for us here. Yeah, keeping the swamp. Opponent definitely has a turn 2 play. If it exerts, you may discard, draw a card. So next turn, we probably just play Howling Golem. Actually, it depends. Because I can easily just play the Grudion first. Never mind. We'll Priest of Ancient Lore. It blocks loads some Chimera pretty well. Ooh, next turn we can do Golem Harvest. Or Testament Bearer is fine too. Now let's see. What does our opponent pitch? Furious Rise. Interesting choice. Yeah, we'll block. We'll force our opponent to use combat tricks. They don't have one. That's decent. They might have a burn spell, which I'm okay with them using too. Hooded Brawler. Ooh. Okay, interesting situation. Because I can take... Nah. I want to save this for a much larger creature, but our opponent's going to make this into a 5/4. Yeah, well... I feel like I'm gonna regret this though. I think in hindsight, I should have just played Testament Bearer instead. That gives us a decent blocker, though it dies very easily. No, looks like our opponent is stuck, so we'll take it. I guess we attack. Let's give our opponent a card. Hobbling Zombie is good. In fact, we can do Hobbling Zombie, the General's Enforcer. Yeah, start flooding the board a bit. The Death Touch is going to be... Oh yeah, I forgot to count Hobbling Zombie in our Death Touch count. So hopefully our opponent doesn't have that many Security Rocks. big. No, there's an audacious. Oh, we'll play Testament Bearer. That one can swing profitably. Also, we should start considering eating our opponent's graveyard. Like, definitely want to eat the loadsome Chimera if possible. Yavimaya, Steel Crusher. Oh, they can actually sack this to destroy the artifact. But if they're going to let it go, which they did, we're going to eat the Chimera first. And we're gonna eat the Chimera first. And the reason for that is so that they don't replay it and make our life miserable. I could just swing with Hobbling Zombie again. It will make this cheaper in the long run. I could also just play swing with the Testament Bearer, but I kind of wanted to block the rocks. Yeah, well, yeah, let's start trading. Generally, if you're in a position where you have more creatures than the opponent and you can make a good trade, make the trade. Now our opponent might. Oh, they're just gonna do the chump block, destroy that. I was expecting them to do that earlier, but it's still fine for us. It's a net +1 card in the yard. They might have a combat trick. Nope, no combat trick. Somehow people aren't. Put one in my hand. Arlen, Voice of the Pack. That would be annoying.
Witness the wrath of our pack. Brave little pup.
So I have options here. Sack the token. Play the axe. Yeah, if our opponent is gonna chump block that way, I'm fine with that. Because next turn I can then just move it. Yeah, we have long-term advantage. Opponent's just gonna be making wolves all day. So next turn we can go Necromass and one of these other cards. I should also consider the possibility of equipping the axe onto something and maybe just eating one of their creatures. I haven't seen anything that looks like they can get cards back from the yard. Never mind, they did. They have a Gravedigger. So they'll get back security rocks. Yeah, it's the unexpected parts that it's how unexpected the draft could be. So they're going for Hooded Brawler so they can cast it right away. Opponent could just end up making another wolf, which actually makes Arlen a pretty good deal. Three wolves for 3 9/9s for 6 mana, and oh, Honey Mammoth, that's a bit of a problem. So thankfully, no trample. It's a shame we don't have. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for the always watching. So in the meantime, we're gonna be making as many tokens as possible. Bookworm. Opponent actually did. Now this one does have trample, so we are gonna be taking a bit of damage on the incoming. We do have a bit of removal though, so. Yeah, and we get to do it on the one card that can keep coming back, so pretty good call. So I kind of want to clear this board first. But I think our opponent is just really gonna hold back at this point. So we're just waiting to hit one of our few other removal spells. Let's see. We still have Failed Conversion. We still have Angelic Purge. Opponent goes for the Royal Eruption. Nice. So I can afford to actually take one. I actually do want to play this so I can start making tokens on the ground. There is an argument also for... There's also an argument for, say... we actually are short on cards, so we have to be careful. Incubate... Nah. Yeah, we can still take. Most likely I just put the Marauder's Axe on one of my tokens. And that will stop this one from swinging. Oh, never mind. Angelic Purge is there. We don't have that many expensive stuff. Now, I can swing with the teeth just to draw into another card, but there's a chance that our opponent... I'm gonna swing with just the zombie token here. This one, I'm gonna swing at Arlen, even though it's so completely unnecessary because I am suspecting that our opponent might have a way to proliferate. I just have to prepare for the worst case scenario. I suspect our opponent just doesn't block at all, just lets it go.
Now the wilds are threatened.
Yeah, now the odds of there being an actual proliferate card are very low, but it's worth a shot. That said, we did answer quite a lot of big creatures. The Mammoth, the Bookworm, Security Rocks. Opponent is gonna take out the gen. Yeah, that takes out my advantage engine. Last card is gonna be a bit cautious here. Take the land. I forgot that we actually have this one as a big top end. Though we are Hellkite Weld. Ooh. Now we need a burn. Now we need a removal spell. I can just swing with everything just to get the ball going. In fact, I think I do. Oh wait, it gets +1/+1. I did not need to do that. Sorry. Yeah, I was drawing into lands anyway. Yep. Convince them to do that. I'm actually gonna block. So we're gonna take 5 damage instead. Next turn, if we hit, it's 11, so a bit shy on that one. Our opponent has burns. Oh wait, hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh wait, target feature, so it just pings this. It's fine. So we're not quite dead yet, but yeah, that was a bit of a tough one. Well, there's a failed conversion, so Most likely we convert this one. Definitely keeping these on top. So I'm actually gonna equip this one here. I think I wait. Now, if our opponent does happen to have a big burn spell at the end, then I'm really boned, right? Well, can't be blocked by artifact creatures, so. But our opponent's gonna be able to pump this quite a bit, so actually they might be able to pump it now, so that's a 4/4. Oh, opponent's also holding. Yep. That's 3 lands on the bottom. So I want to swing with Sir Alan. Yeah, I want to swing with Sir Alan here. I want to encourage the block. Always watching would have been really nice. Yeah, so no big pump there. I guess there's an argument for moving the equipment first. So we're gonna have quite a few chumps here. Also, it's possible we might still be dead. Okay. Talo HG, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Right now, this is our second game of... This is a mixed up draft. And, my gosh. Down to the wire. Ooh. This can kill us. If we're not careful. Opponent is holding, though. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not gonna... Okay, if we swung with everything, opponent just needs to block 2 creatures and we're dead. Problem is... Problem is we're still drawing into lands. Let's see, we know these are 3 lands. There's a Core Celebrant. So there's an Always Watching and a bunch of other cards. I'll do the math here. Oh, opponent actually wait. What did they give up? Oh, they gave up the transform token. Okay, we're dead next turn, so we actually have to swing with everyone. So this will become a 3/4. It's not gonna be able to tangle with those, so I'm actually gonna have to move it up here. Oh, and this has vigilance, so I actually should have been putting it here the whole time. That said, opponent needs to... I think our opponent needs to block all 3 of them. Yeah, I can't just let that go. That kills him. Oh wait, he did let it go? Does he have a way to gain life? Oh wait, no. I miscounted. So yeah, that's over. Our opponent just activates this twice. Let's see if our opponent remembers to activate and turn. Opponent's gonna remember to activate. Yeah. That was... Yeah, that was close. Well, but that's mixed up draft. Sometimes it lines up like that. A bit unfortunate that we hit that pocket of land near the end. But it's okay. That was a very close match. I probably would have asked for the... No, we did hit most of our removal. If any... Yeah, I think we hit all our removal already at that point. So we're really just we did make a mistake there. We should have been swinging with Militia Bugler earlier. I keep forgetting that the darn thing has some vigilance. If we kept swinging with that earlier, we would have been able to trade earlier as well. Yeah, so we kind of worked the math on that one. This one, I'm willing to keep this one, but this is admittedly slow. I will admit that we are a 3 mana deck, so opponent did take a mulligan, so not too bad now, I guess. So given the situation, we definitely want to play Audacious Thief first. Opponent has Satyr's Cunning. That's pretty cunning. So opponent is on the really aggro plan. We might be in trouble. Yeah, I definitely want to play the T first because because I do want to draw. I need to start drawing into more cards. So the plan is pretty much Teeth into Ichor Shade. Howling Golem is also a way to draw cards, but given our opponent took a mulligan, I don't want to help them draw into more cards. Enchanter's Pipe. Ooh, that's gonna be. Ooh, the first strike's gonna be nice. This actually incentivizes us to play Ichor Shade. So this can't block, so well, we kind of want to block. Yeah, let's play Ichor Shade. So if our opponent pays mana to equip this one, then it's not doing anything. Next turn we can just play Thief or something. Opponent might just have a removal spell, so be it. They could also just escape. Oh, no, they don't have the cards. Ooh, nice. Now the thing is, if our opponent does equip this, this would make it a 3/4, so this would not block profitably. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just play Howling Golem here. This basically forces our opponent to equip the pipe. Okay, they're not equipping the pipe, but they are buff. Oh, wait. If you attack with both, I would. Yeah. Okay, always watching the game at the right time. Then we play the axe afterwards. Yeah, always watching is going to be kind of helpful here. That said, well, actually, now we can trade better. This becomes a 4/3, so depends. I don't think our opponent's gonna equip anytime soon. They might just play more creatures right now. Again, you really have to be careful about how many cards we give our opponent. Though a 5/4 Howling Golem is still not a joke. Fisher Wizard, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. It'll be interesting if they decide to discard an instant just to... Yeah, they did discard an instant. So if they equip, that makes this a 4/4, that makes this a 5/2. I probably will end up taking... None of these have vigilance, so I think taking the damage is the correct thing to do. Okay, actually, Militia Bugler's a good hit here. None of these are great, actually. I think we take the General's Enforcer. probably gonna take the hit again. Next turn, we might just have to play the Necromass, or we can start eating their graveyard making tokens. Actually, by playing this, our opponent might consider eating their graveyard first. They have a combat trick. Nope. Which makes so follow up burn spell. Or did they just pitch that just to make sure that they smash the dust? That's a very expensive. Well, it does buff this one, I suppose. So let's see. This is 5 mana to. I think I'm fine with paying 5 mana. That was a very expensive way to clear the... That was super expensive. A2 life. Blocks it, makes it a 5-3, sure. Though we actually have a trick here. It doesn't only eat creature cards, it eats non-creature cards too. There we go. Yeah, I knew that I had to take General's Enforcer. That was a very solid pick. Opponent's gonna look for a way to remove this, but then they will also need. Also note that our opponent did get stuck at 4 mana. I didn't see. I don't know if they had anything bigger after this. Red white is also the usual color for low down on the ground deck. So there we go. 2 wins, 1 loss. Let's see if we can at least get very close to gold tier this time. Or at the very least, remember, we want to have at least 4 wins. More than that is some gravy, but let's be reasonable, especially in the format where we have no idea what everyone else's cards are. 3 wins is probably the barest minimum. It gives us at least 1,000 gems back. Not the full value, but it's good enough. It's taking us a while in between games, so. Now this is... I guess turn 1 Skull Bomb, turn 2 sack to draw a card might get us there. It's a bit scary though. I kind of want to mulligan. If our opponent mulligans, I'll mulligan. Because we're basically just 1 land away, and we have the means to kind of get there. Opponent is still on the tank though. Yeah, I guess we keep this. This is not necessarily the right decision. In fact, it's mostly hindsight. And we're literally just riding on the back of the Skull Bomb. If our opponent happens to have a turn 1 Duress, we're doomed. Okay, blue mana. Oh, they do have something to play in turn 1. I would like the always watching. We're definitely gonna sack. Well, if we have a turn 2 play, maybe we don't sack. No turn 2 play. A Priest of Ancient Lore is good. So when this next turn, our opponent's gonna get their rats back. Does it give it haste? No, the Echo of Death's Wail will have haste, so I might just play Hobbling Zombie. If our opponent plays a creature and we draw Ooh, they have their own hobbling zombie. Oh, this also has flying, so it's not like we're gonna block anyway. So we're probably not gonna block this anyway either. Priest then. No, we probably would block. So next turn, yeah, we want to start trading creatures down a bit. So they get the tokens. So next turn, I will definitely trade. I will definitely trade. So any way to trade? Though our opponent probably has a combat trick. Let's get it out of the way now while it's early. Ooh, ninjutsu. Interesting. So it generates a cop. Oh wow, that's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be so annoying that and because it's flying. Oh wait, enters the battlefield. Oh, so that's done already. It's not gonna happen again. So question. I now have another hobbling zombie to worry about. Yeah, Barrier of Bones is not bad, I guess. It's a shame we just binned Sir Alan. Okay, definitely keeping that. And again, remember, the Bugler has Vigilance. We should take advantage of that. Opponent is enjoying giving us the... Well, they're gonna get the rats back. Skittering, Heartstopper. Okay. So we're just gonna be dinged for one each time for now, which is fine. I probably want to just keep swinging the rat token. Oh wait, no, we don't have to keep swinging the rat tokens. We have an alternate plan. I don't like using Spark Harvest this early, but we might. Or I could wait for them to give us another token. Though I kind of want to get rid of this. Oh no, we wait. Let's wait for them to give us another token because we know the other token's coming already. Opponent goes Otherworldly Gaze to Surveil. Sure. So next turn we can go Creature, Spark Harvest. Always watching Spark Harvest. We can take this down to 5 mana if we Spark Harvest first. So if we draw another land, Spark Harvest, Necromass is also a valid play. That's actually nice of our opponent to actually give us the creatures for the job. But oh wait, there's a caveat there. If I sacrifice the rat token for it, that's not. Oh, thank you for making this cheaper. Okay, that solved our problem for us, and also gives us something to sack too. Though I probably still want to sack this creature. We might have a counter spell. In that case, let's get it out of the way. We're gonna attack first with the Militia Bugler, see if our opponent most likely just trades the Heartstomper for it. In which case, then I drop Necromass. Though we are taking quite a bit, we are going to be taking a lot of damage. In the process. Yeah, let's just play this now. Does our opponent have a... Oh, they did... No, just other... Okay, I thought they had a counter spell. They did pitch Cry though. And Unholy Indenture. Ooh, pitching Unholy... Well, I guess they didn't exactly have a very neat creature for this. Our opponent could start drawing cards by sacrificing their zombies, which... they're not blocking anyway, so it's kind of mid. Yeah, having haste is really a... Well, at least we got rid of all the rat tokens, which is the good news. So what's this? Whenever a creature dies, look at the top X cards. Whenever another creature dies, ooh. So now they're incentivized to swing with these. Well, so we actually don't want to just give up the Benelish. Do they want... They can sack to draw a card. They know I'm probably just going to block with Barrier anyway. Ooh, but they're... Yeah, now we need to hit a removal spell. Yeah, if I don't have... Yeah, if I don't have to commit, I shouldn't. No, this time at least our Blade Banish now is live. We so far just used up one removal spell so far. Now we're gonna do this to buy some time, start gaining some life back. Our opponent might counter this, in which case... Oh no, it's just... Oh, they did have another otherworldly case. I definitely want to play Hobbling Zombie first, so that I can at least have something with... So that at least the Always Watching does something next turn. Basically, giving myself as many creatures as possible. So we'll then see if our opponent does have enough for a crackback. They might get really greedy and just swing at everything. Though the correct save... Oh, they might have a blocker then. Sacrificing Thousand Face Shadow... Yeah, I probably would do that though, because it's the same amount of damage, though it is kind of greedy. If I happen to draw into removal, that's really bad. And again, it's probably still weak. So next turn the plan is to play Always Watching, but now we also have to... Do they have removal? Oh, the good news is it's exile, so it doesn't trigger this. Okay, Boot Nipper doesn't quite do it. It does gain us one life back. And now we have to set this to lifelink. Opponent probably blocks the Necromass. So the question is, can our opponents... There's no reason to... really it's blocking Necromass. There's really no reason to block any other creature. So the question is, can our opponent deal us the 1 extra damage or not? Yeah, thankfully Death to the Kami is an XL effect, so it's actually so it okay. Opponent is now trying to load up the board. Oh wait, no, that's it. That's enough. Ah, and with no way to block that. Well, we needed to hit another removal spell. We only hit that one removal spell though. Well, that's sometimes how it goes. It is how it is. Well, at least we got 2 wins already. But I really want that one more win. It's also kind of tempting to do this again, but I'm gonna save it for next. Well, it might not be around next week though. I'll be patient with it though. I'll probably just do it sometime later in the week, I guess. Wanted to take a mulligan. Yeah, we'll keep. Though now this does tell us that at least for this format, you want to have earlier drops. Well, sure. Red. So we definitely want to go. Cobra is. So next turn we just do Priest of Ancient Lore. There's also an Audacious Thief, but let's do Ancient Lore first. Opponent also is kind of spread on the mana. Let's see, they might have a burn spell for this. Magma Spray, sure. But we got the benefit already. We'll play the Hobbling Zombie. Well, because our opponent already used their Magma Spray, so I want to see if this brings out another removal spell. Intervention, that's fine. We still have a token for Spark Harvest, and we can, and we have decisions to make here. We'll play Core Celebrant, start gaining a little life back. So next turn we can do Audacious Thief, always watching. Opponent has Invasion. Okay. Ooh, it's light them up. I guess that, well, into a Mage's Attendant, sure. So also note that this is for non-creature spells. Oh yeah, Oof, oh, they do have the Hydra. So equal to the number of lands you control. Probably not gonna. I guess I could swing with this, but no attacks. So the plan now is to wait on our removal. If our opponent swings, we just block with Gold Colors Apprentice. Opponent's not gonna swing. Opponent's gonna regret not swinging. Actually, we can sack the place. No particular reason. And opponent concedes. Yeah, that once that's gone, that's really that was the end of their board presence. So we got our bare minimum 3 wins. We'll see if we get the. Truth be told, I probably would be happy with the other 2 games I lost also. Slightly bitter on losing to the tribute to Horobi, but we did kind of outlast it quite a bit. Had a few fun plays with it as well, so can't complain too much. Well, any game can be our last. So we are 1,000 gems. Ideally, we hit 1-4, but let's see. I'm also curious, what do the... Are they just going to give us actual random packs, or are the contents also randomized? So that'll be very interesting. Especially with copper. Okay, this one is a lot more palatable compared to the previous one. Because we do have early plays. Okay. So worst case scenario... Does our opponent have a bounce spell or... Oh no. Okay, it's easy to get suspicious about this, but more likely than not, they're reading the card. Again, so many cards, so much text. Don't read too much onto it. I actually do have one legendary human. Opponent probably playing a blue-red spells deck or something. Not so sure how the spells are gonna line up though. So let's see. Wing Commando. Now this one is sacrifice a creature, so so there is a reasonable respect of this is going to be generally annoying. So what I could do is I could go for this one first. I'll probably sack the Core Celebrant at this point. Yeah, that was the expected one. Now, I probably sack this to draw a card. We'll do it end of turn. I'm gonna see what the situation is here. We can take a few hits with this one, but if that last game if the last game we lost is any indication, we can't take them forever. Yeah, actually, now that I think of it, oh wait, no. At the time, I couldn't Spark Harvest it because it was still back in the it was still back in our opponent's hand. It had, or it was. Okay, now that creature is big enough that we do want to spark it, and might as well spark it for full cost. Now the odds of our opponent having another 5 toughness creature is not that high. Okay, 5 mana, some rares probably, and even then, failed conversion probably not too bad an outcome there. Also have to consider maybe we can also start eating our opponent's graveyard if nothing of note is happening. Opponent. Oh, they did have another 5. They did have another 5 toughness creature. I guess we are converting it after all. Opponent could, yeah. There's no reason to. You don't want the Scarred Barons anymore. Definitely want the Always Watching. It would it would make math really annoying for our opponent at that point. Also have to be careful. Well, we could actually use the Howling Golem now. Us drawing cards is now more beneficial than our opponent. Okay, which they probably take out the General's Enforcer. Oh, yeah, which makes sense. Rogue's Gloves. So what does this do? You may draw a card. Okay. So they get card draw. So now our opponent has to have removal. Though if they cast a certainly large enough artifact, that would be annoying. We could take a. Yeah, they had the big butt situation. Also, this is thankfully attack and block, doesn't need to tap, so not exactly a non-bow. Opponent, they're probably figuring out that this is good for this, but not. They probably should know that already. Mesmerizing Ghost, sure. So opponent probably equips, starts drawing cards. We're also going to be helping them draw cards as well. Yeah, they're going to hit us first because they're not quite dead yet. Oh man, we might lose because of this though. We don't exactly have direct burn. Opponent just needs to drop a really decent sized creature. Seafloor Stalker into a Plundering Barbarian. Destroy target artifact. Oh, they had the. I was well, not bad the sequence, I guess. But now we are in real trouble because of this. We need to now hit an additional. We need to hit an additional creature now. Again, it's gonna be annoying if we're losing because we hit the left. Okay, not too bad. Militia Bugler can kind of draw us out of it. Okay, there's an Accomplice. There's an Ichor Shade. I think I want the Accomplice because unless our opponent has an exile effect, it gives us another creature. But we might still be in trouble here because our opponent could just make this can't be blocked. Greening oh man, they're gonna gum up the board. I won't be able to get through with this. Is this how I'm gonna lose? Well, in fairness, our opponent did have a rare. Now, thankfully, our opponent did not leave themselves enough mana for Seafloor Stalker.
Hone your prowess.
Oh, and thankfully they whiffed on Narset too. We can't exactly draw into more cards now. And I think this only affects me, so they'll still draw cards. Oh, come on, seriously? And let's see, they have enough to... can't... Well, at least we got 3 wins, so it's not too bad. But really annoying that our opponent managed to land their way into these rares. I'm gonna swing with both. See what. Start trading the board, but our opponent can easily just crew this instead. Yeah, they have too many flyers. I had the right idea in keeping this one, but unfortunately, it's not gonna really save us. Yeah, we just got them. Well, but for a deck that really ran only one rare, 3 wins is not bad. We'll take it. It's gonna be my number one complaint that I keep losing to rares, but hey, that's the draft life. One of these days we'll probably line up and get rares of our own. I probably should draft this again before the event ends, so stay tuned for that one. If it happens in the middle of the week, it won't be on stream. I hope it does last longer into next week. I kind of want to show it. Anyway, so decent base runoff. Considering we barely opened any decent rares, we kind of stuck to a lane. I wasn't really convinced with the other colors that were open, so and we managed to make it work. Okay, so you do get 2 packs, and we did get 1 remastered pack, so that's nice. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Many thanks to all those who tuned in: Philip Casson, Tim Sopkak, Jericho Ilagan, Talo HG. Yeah, that. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. And as always, I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. Not all priests, not bad. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Do take care. Just Passes Oracle. Neat, nice.